Welcome class, this is your Catia mentor, and in this video we're going to learn how to roll some dice. So let's get started. So let's go into part design workbench, and I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch of a standard casino die, or at least guesstimate the dimensions of 0.75 by 0.75. So let's go ahead and make our cube, exit the sketch, do a pad. And I'm actually going to have it go 0.375 in each direction for a total of 0.75. So 0.375 in each direction. And let's give this some color. And one thing I'm going to do right away is I'm going to go ahead and chop the corners of this cube by using a sphere. So let's first insert a geometric set for our wireframe surfaces, points. Okay, so in a geo set, we're going to create our sphere, and we're going to do it in Generative Wireframe and Surface app. So go to the Surface tab and you'll find Sphere. Before I do, I do need to first insert an axis. I'll let it default at 0, 0, 0. And once again, go back to Sphere, and we're going to pick our center point to be the origin. We can use these scripts to change the angle on this partial sphere, or we can just go complete sphere. And we're going to go with 1930 seconds for our radius. 19 divided by 32, preview 0.59375 inches. I'm going to use this sphere to chop the corners. Since we're chopping or splitting a solid, we need to go back to part design. So anytime we split a solid, let's go define, because we're going to place our split in here. We need to do it in part design. If you're splitting surfaces, wires, you need to do it in Generative Wireframe and Surface app. So let's go ahead and split the solid with the sphere. Arrows are pointing outward. Let's see what happens. I'm going to hide the sphere. Nope, that's not what we want. We want to keep the inside portion. So let's double click on our split, flip the arrows, and there it is. We have the inside portion of the solid. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and create a point. So we're going to create smaller spheres to split the faces of the cube. So let's insert a point, and we're going to do it in the geo set. So I'm going to right click define. So any new geometry you create goes in this geo set. Put a point. And we're going to go with 0.225 for x, 0.375 for y, and 0.225 for z. Preview and OK. There's the point, which is hard to see, so I'm going to go ahead and give this some color. Actually, for points, we got to go down here. Let's go with yellow on the color of the points, and let's make them rectangular or squared. There they are, or there it is. All right, so let's go ahead and create a sphere at that point. So we actually need to go back to wireframe and surface, and we're going to create a small sphere at that point. And we're going to go with 0.1 inches. Now we're going to do a rectangular pattern, and we're doing it in the Generative Wireframe and Surface app, not the Part Design app. Both apps have the transform, but here we're transforming surfaces, so we're going to use transform rectangular pattern. So we're going to transform the sphere. We'll create a rectangular pattern of 3 by 3. So quantity of 3 with spacing from center to center of 0.225, center to center of the spheres, and we're going to go in the x direction. Let's start there. We're going to reverse it. Then we're going to go in the vertical direction. So let's go to the second direction. You can always right click in here and go with Z direction. 0.225, center to center, quantity of 3, and let's reverse it. And we're going to use these spheres to split our faces from 6 down to 1. Alright, so let's go ahead and extract the surfaces that we're going to use for 5. So we'll use this for 6 and we'll save this for last, and we're going to work our way from 5 down to 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and use extract. Okay, so I'm going to pick extract. Now by leaving it with no propagation, let me hide the solid temporarily. See, it's only selecting half of the sphere, so we're going to go with tangent continuity. So it goes all the way around. And we're going to pick more than one, so click on the bag and let's pick our 5 spheres. So we got our first one, second, third, fourth, fifth. There it is. And okay. Alright, so we're going to take those 5 and we're going to rotate them about the x-axis. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to the control key, pick the 5 extracted surfaces, and we are going to rotate. So let's go back to transform. This time we'll go with circular, and we're going to rotate about the x-axis. Okay, so let's rotate about x, and we're going with 90 degrees. There's our 5. Now let's go with 4. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to the control key, go with 4. Oh, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same thing. We're going to rotate about the, once again, x-axis, but this time we're going to go 180. Okay, so there's 4, and we're going to place 3 at the bottom. So let's pick 3 from the original pattern, and we're going to rotate once again. Right click, go about the x-axis, and we're going to go all the way to 270 or minus 90 degrees. Either one will work. And let me go ahead and turn on the solid so you can get a better look. Okay, so now we need 2, so we'll go 2 about the z-axis. Hold on to the control key, and we're going to go ahead and rotate about the z. There it is. And finally we need one more, the last one. Rotate about the z, and this time we'll go 90 degrees. There it is. Now we're going to join all the surfaces that we need to split all faces in one shot. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to the control key. Let's go 1, 2. Actually, I do need to extract these 2 to complete the 6. So I'm going to extract this one and this one, and okay. Now I can hide the rectangular pattern. Okay, I don't need this one. I can hide that one. Okay, so there's our 6. So we're going to join. So I'm going to hold on to the control key. Join 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to join them as one entity. Join. Now if I hit OK, we're going to get an error message saying, hey, these are not connected. Do you want to see why? Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, you see they're not connected. So we're going to uncheck connectivity to accept the result. Okay, so it accepts it even though they're not connected to each other, physically connected. Alright, so now we can go ahead and split. Let's go back to part body, define, and we're going to use split in the part body. So let's go back to part body, and let's go ahead and split using our joined surfaces. We want to keep the outside portion of the small spheres, so the arrows are pointing in the correct direction. There it is. Okay, let's hide the geoset, and let's give these circular or spherical holes some color. Let's go with blue. And there it is. You're ready to roll some dice. Good luck at the casino table. See you in the next video.